What's up, y'all? It's Mr. Beluga 91 here with another video, and this is about, like, I don't know, the 6th or 7th time I've tried to record this video, so see what happens. Hopefully this is the one. But today I'm be talking to y'all about my favorite creek and river fishing lures to use here in San Antonio. Now, these are the lures that have worked for me in different parts of here, in the Salado Creek and the San Antonio River, just in different parts, so I guess one main one that I can say without giving away my spot is Brackenridge Park. It's caught me some. These lures have caught me bass and pretty decent sized panfish out of there and other parks around San Antonio. But before I show y'all that, I'm gonna show y'all this tool real quick that'll be used now in this channel. It is my flash turned off because my phone's about to die. That's good. But it's basically a phone holding device, if you will, and it just goes around my neck, and I'll be able to show y'all videos from the river now, or if I just decide to do a vlog where I want y'all to see my point of view. And yeah, it's a pretty cool little device. It's about $6 to $8 on Amazon, and I'll be using that for fishing videos now. And another little tool or device, if you will, that I have is a tripod, which is holding my phone now. I would show y'all, but it's holding my phone, like I said. So let's get this video started. The reason most of y'all joined. So at number 5, I gotta go with chartreuse and black creature bait. Now these are about 96 cents at Walmart, and I just picked these up today. And basically it's a little tube jig, so I guess you could say tube jigs are number 5. And it basically sits in the water like that. You move them up and the little tails flutter, and that attracts the fish. And they've caught me bass and panfish, and yeah, they work really good. And at number 5 too, I couldn't take this one off. It's your normal grub bait, grub style curltail grub. And these have caught me just as much fish as the tube jigs have. Just put this on a little jig head and jig it on the bottom, catch. My bad, a bottle rolled outside. But you'll catch a lot of panfish, a lot of bass around the areas here, and it works really good. So those are the baits that I have at the number 5 spot for me. There's also some, well, I guess I could show y'all these two. I believe these are, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm saying the brand wrong or whatever. I believe these are pre-rigged, like crickets from Big Bite Baits. I want to say it was Big Bite Baits. I could be wrong on that. But these work really well. I've caught a couple of panfish off of these. And these, I know for a fact, these are lunker hunt. Like little creature baits, but I don't know what they're called. I'm sure if you go to their website, you can find them pretty quick. But these have worked really good. Sorry if I'm staying more to the left. It's just, that's where I'm at. But yeah, these are little lunker hunt baits. They work really good for some panfish, and I believe I've caught a small bass off of them too. That's what they are. And the tube bait and the grubs, I believe, were about 96 cents each. So those are really affordable. And then jig heads, if you buy some pack of jig heads separately, that's less than $5 that you're gonna be spending to go catch panfish and bass or whatever's there. And almost anything will take that. So at the number 4 spot, this is a lure that I couldn't keep off of here, and it's made by one of my favorite brands that make fishing lures, and it's the Cream Scoundrel. Now I ordered these off of Bass Pro Shops a few months ago, I think, and I had to get them, man, because I used the pre-rigged worm on Walmart, and there it is out of the package. But I took off that weird little blade spinner thing that it had because I didn't really like how it looked. So I took that off and just Texas rigged one of these, and I caught one of my best bass that I've ever caught off of these. And I don't catch a lot of bass, so it's probably about a pound or so. And it was really cool, man. I've caught a lot of bass off of these lures here. This is a 9-pack from Bass Pro Shops. And there is a downside to these, although they are very cheap. You can not like find them anywhere, to be honest with you, like, or at least a package. and that's probably the biggest downside to them for me. My camera's going out of focus now, but whatever. But that's the biggest downside for me, is that you can't find them like in a package. And what's it called? Uh, the shipping that I paid for these was like $5. Although they are $2 by themselves, they were $5 for shipping, so it came out to like $7, which kind of sucked. But I mean, it's understandable. But on another downside to them is that the plastic that they're made out of is like a really hard plastic. So let me show y'all one more time, so I can show y'all like the bend of them. So like the plastic is like really, like, I know that seems like a good stretch, but like honestly, if you feel these, it's not very good. And they break pretty easily. There we go. Focus back. They break pretty easily. So like after a fish, maybe two fish, you'll probably have to switch the lures. But I will say that the bass really like these. I've caught one of the nicest sunfish that I've ever caught on those as well. Or not sunfish, my bad. I think it was a green. Well, I guess it was a sunfish, a green sunfish that I've caught on that. And yeah, they've caught me really good fish. So from 3 and down, these are really hard to place in a specific order, but I had to put this one on here. And it is the Strike King Super Finesse Worm. I believe this is 6 or 7 inches, and it's specifically in PB&J color. I got this at Bass Pro Shops here in San Antonio, and this worm alone has caught me the most bass I've ever caught in one day. Now, I've used these mostly on drop shot, and dude, these are like really, really good worms. I'm not even gonna lie, like, if you just look, I'll stretch it from right there to right there, as far as I can, and it's still stretching, like you can't even see it on the camera no more, but I probably just spoke really loud into the microphone, my bad, yo. But dude, this worm has caught me so many bass, and it has a lot of action. Y'all could just see it right there, just a little shake, and it's still vibrating. And using this on a drop shot or a Texas rig, I've caught really nice bass. It caught me my personal best bass a while back, but that has since been replaced by my number one favorite lure. And yeah, so the downsides to the Strike King Super Finesse Worm is that you can't find them in the stores, just like the Cream Scoundrel. They're pretty expensive, and by stores I mean like you can find them in the stores, but you're gonna have to go to, honestly, Bass Pro. I haven't seen them at a Academy or Dick's Sporting Goods, but you can find them at Bass Pro or probably Cabela's. But another downside is they're pretty expensive. I believe that pack was like $5, and to me that's pretty expensive for lures. But yeah, the ups to that, I guess, would be that they're really durable since of how much like flex that they have, if you will, the stretch that they have. They're really good. Uh, that's probably my all-time favorite plastic lure. And yeah, that's my number 3. So at number 2, this one was really a coin toss between these next two. But at number 2, I gotta go with the Rebel Crick Hoppers. These are really small baits, about an inch in size. This one's gold and this one's green. These are the ones that I typically find in my Walmarts here. And they catch so many fish. Like, I don't think there's ever been a time where I've thrown it and I haven't at least got bit on these lures. They're like really, really good lures, high quality. Just looking at the design, you can tell that they took a lot of time painting these lures to make them look realistic to a cricket. They even got a little orange on the bottom too. Has like a little blending, and the hooks are perfect for small panfish and bass as well, smaller fish that like to nip and go after little things that fall in the water, which is why I love using that lure in creeks specifically. You just throw it under a tree or something, and it gets bit a lot. I think the only downside I had with that lure is that you'll get bites, or my two downsides, my bad, is that you'll get bites, but they won't always hook up. And two, they're kind of expensive. One of them will run you about $5. But honestly, if you don't mind that, they're really worth it. Like, they're definitely one of my favorite baits of all time. Like, I really love those lures. Now, we get to my number one lure of all time. And this actually caught me my personal best fish. And it is a simple inline spinnerbait. Now, this has feathers at the bottom. This, I believe, is an Ozark Trail brand spinnerbait. And that's the one that caught me my PB. It was a Guadalupe bass, about 1 or 2 pounds. Like I said, I don't really catch a lot of bass, but I don't mind. I just like catching fish in general. Now this lure, the white one, has caught me my PB, but I've used other colors as well. It's not necessarily down to just the Ozark Trail brand. There's different brands that have caught me fish too, like Panther Martin's probably the most one that has caught me a lot of fish, but that one's pretty expensive. This one will run you about $1 for the Ozark Trail brand, which is Walmart's brand of fishing lure. And it works. I mean, it's $1. You just toss it out. It's really easy to fish. You just spin it. Sometimes you can jerk the rod to get a different action out of the blade. But yeah, it works really good overall. And that's why it's probably it is my favorite fishing lure of all time. So, yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Thank y'all for watching. I'll probably do more fishing videos soon. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment telling me what's your favorite fishing lure or what lures I should try in the future. I appreciate y'all for watching, and this is Mr. Beluga signing out.